Hi James, this is Coach Smart from ABC Baseball Camps. I'm here to do your hitting evaluation. Okay, from a setup standpoint, I like what you do. Your feet are parallel, which is good. I love how high your hands are. You got that top hand even with the ear hole of your helmet, which is good. Okay, let's see what you do here going forward. Okay, so one thing, James, to think about, okay? Okay, you're in a great setup position here, okay? When you take your stride, make sure you understand why we stride. We stride for timing, okay? And when we stride, we don't transfer weight, okay? The only thing that moves really is your front foot. You keep your weight back when you stride, and you're transferring some weight here when you stride. So that's going to leave you a little less to hit with from a transfer of weight standpoint. See, you're striding forward and your weight's going with you. Okay? But back to the setup. You're in really good position right there. It's a beautiful look right there. Very good. Let's see what happens when we go down. Okay, let's look at another swing. Let's see where we are at contact, James. Okay, we'll talk about the contact position. Okay, so right there. Okay, so a couple things to talk about. Okay, doing a pretty good job with that knee driving down to the inside of that front foot. Let's make sure we understand that. That's our whole goal in life here, is try to hit that knee driven as hard as we can with as much force as we can to the inside of that front foot in order to cause resistance. When we cause resistance, we raise the energy coming from the ground into your hands to deliver to your bat to the ball. Okay, so that you do a good job with that. Okay, not too bad here. James, when we make contact, we want that arm to be like this. And right now your arm is a little bit more like, it's kind of like down and up. We want that part to be flat. Okay? We want to be able to deliver a blow to the baseball. You're not in a great position to do that there, so you got to make sure that you get that arm so it's not at such an angle that's more straight up and down, like a table almost, from your elbow out to the bat, nice and flat, not up at an angle. Okay, one thing we gotta talk about a little bit. Okay, remember, James, you can't stride and swing at the same time. Okay, you load, you stride, and then you swing. You don't load and then stride and swing. Okay, we can't have your eyes and your head moving towards a baseball as a baseball is coming towards you. That's a bad combination. Okay, so we want to get our foot down before we initiate our swing, and you're striding and swinging at about the same time. Okay, so we gotta get that stride foot down. Okay, so again, the good things though are, man, you do a really good job here with your knee. You keep your front foot closed. You hit against that front side, which is great. Okay, let's see what happens. Well, let's go back a little bit. Okay, James, the position your body is in right now, right where it is in this frame, is where it should be when you hit the baseball. Your chest, your belly button should be facing the second baseman, where the second baseman plays. Okay? But instead, you keep rotating and rotating and rotating and rotating and rotating to where your chest and belly button are now facing the pitcher. Okay, so you can see how far off your front shoulder has rotated off the baseball, how far your front hip has rotated off the baseball. So what's that mean? Well, that means that any pitch that's thrown to you on the outside half of the plate is going to be almost impossible for you to do anything more than hit a weak ground ball to somebody. In order to hit a ball with some force the other way, which you'll have to do if you want to be considered a good hitter, you're going to have to stay square to home plate longer. Again, that's where you should be hitting the baseball right now. But instead, we're going to click it once, twice, 3 times before we get there. So I want to give you a drill to do. It's called a dead legs drill, where I want you to, off a tee, just widen your stance like it is right now, and then just swing with your hands. Get used to swinging with your hands. When I go to scout high school players, I don't look and see how fast they can rotate their hips or rotate their shoulders. I'm always looking at their hands on the bat. How fast do their hands move that barrel? Because unless you're going to be 6'5" and 250, you have to be able to use your hands to hit with. Okay, so we got to get you using your hands more instead of your shoulders and your upper body. It looks like you have a great body for baseball from a standpoint of your build, but we've got to make sure we're using it. Okay, we've got to make sure we're using it. Okay, now one other thing we want to talk about is, okay, your stride foot is down now. Okay, I'm going to draw a line on top of your head. Okay, your head and your helmet should sink down now as you hit this baseball. But what do? James, you come up. You come out of your power source to hit the ball. And you have to, like every other hitter, you have to compress down when you hit. Compress your body down. Yeah, let's say let's say you're 5'9". When you finish your swing, you should be 5'7", not 5'10". If you're really going to tap into this part of your body, your lower half, then you need to compress down when you hit. Compress down when you hit. Okay? Let's look at your finish. Let's see what kind of extension you get through the baseball. Okay, here comes the ball. Again, don't stride and swing at the same time. Foot's down. Hands come forward. Okay, again, your belly button's facing the pitcher's mound right now. Okay, you get okay extension. Okay, your back foot kind of got dead there a little bit. You look at your back knee right now; it's almost straight. You should have what we call a backward C here in that lower half, if you're driving that leg down the way you're supposed to. So, points of emphasis for you, James. Number 1, don't stride and swing at the same time. 2, don't transfer your weight when you stride. Remember, you're going to start off at 50-50 as a hitter. Then you're going to load to 70-30 or 60-40. You're going to stride and remain at whatever weight you were, 60-40 or 70-30. And then when you finish your swing, you're going to end up at 50-50 again, like where you started. Okay? So if you're transferring your weight the proper way and you're using your lower half the proper way, it'll be easier for you to do that. Okay? And remember, keep that barrel up as long as you can. We're trying to have an A-B swing. Trying to get from where you are here right now, here, to the contact point as fast as we can. And we keep that barrel up. Right there is really good, really good, really good, really good, really good, really good. Don't let that bat drop below that barrel. See, that's pretty good from a standpoint of your swing plane. So if we can get you from not raising out of the ground, okay, and then work on your stride, not transferring weight, I think you're on your way to becoming a good hitter. Thanks, James. Hope this helps. I will see you at the next ABC baseball camp.